Going to be making a program lineup that is advanced motion graphics using Vmix and Filmora, and they will be editable within Vmix, meaning you get to update your graphics in real time without having to go back, re-render, and we're going to be making professional advanced 3D graphics within Vmix. And let's begin. So this video is going to be broken down into three parts. The first part, we're going to be making the outline of the graphics and the sound, and we shall be doing that in the Filmora. And while we also within Vmix create the title frames and the titles themselves that will be renamed. Those are the files, the listings of the program lineup. And the last part will be mostly data sources on how we get to program and connect our graphics to our TV stations DTBS, meaning at this time this is what is going to be showing, and exactly as you put it in your Excel document they will be showing in your project. So this is part one of the video, and let's start. What up my people? Yes, Kuro tutorials up in here, and welcoming you back to another advanced Wondershare Filmora tutorial. So today in Filmora, like I told you, we're going to be creating a really advanced kind of TV motion graphics, something that I would only do in After Effects, and actually with the help of Cinema 4D. And it's a lot. Like I just get rid of this missing file real quick. Like I have created mask, you can see my layers marked, so but I have a background that I am working with. It's here. I gave it a small animation in Cinema 4D. I brought it, it's a plain background. You can use it still, it doesn't matter really, or you can go online on Inverter Elements and get any kind of slight animated background. Background doesn't have to be moving a lot. Even in reality, background is supposed to be a bit slow. So idea is I want to create that logos out still. It actually has an animation. Okay. So I'll just come here and play with the opacity levels of this. So quickly unveil this. Well, this is just an image shape which I brought, and I'm just going to add it to custom animation. But I realized if I give it an animation from these presets, I will have very few, because that's basing on transitions. But if I work with it, I import it as a title, and then I bring it in. Let me just go into the advanced tab so you can see here. If I bring it in as a title, I'll have a lot of control. I'm just going to get rid of that real quick. All right, I'm apply. It's not visible right now because I think I've reduced the opacity somewhere. I must reduce the opacity somewhere. Yep, I was sure I did. So I'm just going to come back here. When it comes to Vmix keyframes, they only apply when you are applying on a video layer, and if you're applying it on an image layer, they don't apply. So the idea is I want this animation to come in. It's going to come from that, from down. Then, because ideally it's automatically which I don't want. I want it to come and stay still up to the end of the video. So I created another layer which stays still. This is the layer. The other one starts thinking about the still one is in place, but you're seeing we are seeing one exiting, this shorter one exiting. So ideally I just want to, soon as it brings itself in, I'm going to go to the keyframe, and then I'll add a keyframe with full opacity. Then I'll just move into time
slightly into time right before it starts animating. Then I will take it down to 0. All right, so it will switch to this other layer. Slight movement there, you couldn't even have noticed it was there. So wait a minute. Okay, so we have that. All I need now is text. Like I had told you earlier, if I'd wanted, I could. I have the privilege of adding in those graphics in. I'm going to turn off my internet real quick for reasons that I can explain. Unless you really want, you can visit me on my Patreon account. Then I will explain. Just gonna open Vmix real quick. The idea is, of course, just like I created these titles, I am in position still to create for it uh, positioning. Just minimize the mix real quick. Here, where I'll put the list of the programs and have them animate in. By the time you reach this level, you should understand the rest of the process, right? But I don't want to go back into the software and create every time I have a shifting program. I just want to be able to update this with data sources, meaning at the time of the advert where I'm supposed to show other programs, that time will come, and automatically all I do is fill in an Excel document with these details, and automatically the graphics should be updating, right? So I'm not going to do this from here because I want to do it in Vmix. The idea is in Vmix I have more control. Let me just show you real quick. So I'm just going to go to the titles. I had created one pre-custom, but I will make a tutorial completing this on how I created it. So program lineup. I'm just going to bring this in real quick. This ideally, this is what will be sitting on top of our graphic. Just titles suspended in media on an alpha, but they will move together with the video. I'll show you how we're going to do that. And right now this project is 50 MBs, that GT title, which is too high for normal PC running. So I am creating the other one custom out of the mix so that it's lighter. So the other video will be like 5 MBs, this one will be like 2 MBs. So this is what is going to be on top of our layer. This, both the shapes and everything, the other side is custom created in Vmix. It even has an animation. If I may just show you, I think you're seeing that. So that is what we're going to be sitting on top of our layers. See, the even has an animation, but I'm going to take it off. That will be in another video, animating the ship. And by the way, what I didn't show you in detail is this is actually editable. Like in case I wanted to change that image of this, I will put anything else and it will switch automatically. It should be able to fill in my gap automatically. Let me just play it for you real quick. See, so imagine your show advert placement being in that shape, and the side shows flip. And the best part is this information is entered through a document, including the image. I could just program it that at this time show me these images and show me this information. So back to business. So I'm just going to go here, make sure my timing, my animation is complete. I'm just going to remix real quick. I'm just going to open GT Tattoo Designer. I'm using 3.005. Okay. Okay, then program liner. I'm going to open up that quick. So it's opening. तेरे हारो हार सारे हैं पीलम तेरे नीले नीले. I don't know why it's taking long. I just love that song in the background. The Bura Subran. Alright, okay. So yeah, this is a mess, right? I'm sure you all say this is a mess. You don't even know where to start from. But I'm just going to delete this real quick and delete the mask real quick. Oh, I was not supposed to. I was only supposed to delete the mask. It's the only thing making my project heavy. So I want where this image is, it should be able to fit only where this E is, right? Only where the letter E is. So I'm going to take two photos. The first, I'm going to call it a reference. Okay. Then the next, I'm just going to make sure I hide all these. I just take these photos for alignment reference. So I'm just going to bring in that image real quick. I took it with Filmora, so it should be within documents, Wondershare, Snap, Filmora, then snapshots, right? All right. Oh, there's a lot of projects here. Okay, so I want the reference, which I'll delete eventually, and I'll also want this other file, the last one. So I'll first take in the reference, then I will go and pick the last one as well. Now this last one is only an E, it's only a letter E, like that. And this is essentially where I just wanted the reference so that I know these shapes are not okay. It's like I can see now these ones need to move down a bit. That's why I needed this reference, and this is the reference. So I'm just going to real quick move them down. I have to make sure I'm doing this proportionally. So I have to move from this second one, which I know should be this middle one, right? I'll move the text. Ideally, there is no way to move this whole group, even if it's showing like it's a group image. So you have to bear with the pace. Okay. All right. Just going to use a keyboard. Slower but accurate. Just mute this real quick so I can bring in this description. Okay, so that gives me the space to move this to. I'm doing this the wrong way. I'm supposed to be measuring the spaces in between these shapes to make sure it's the same. So you probably are going to do a better job than me if you're trying this out. Okay, I just need to move these details So I'm just going to turn back on the reference just so you can see how we are working here. Okay, this is okay, though I feel I have given it too much space up. Maybe well, since this word program is slightly above the safe margin, I'm just going to bring it in a bit. And then what else? I think that's it. Bring it in a bit. Should I take this back up? Just slightly. Okay, just going to move this slightly bit. Okay, so that is a tentative program lineup application. However, like I told you, I saw this word program is slightly above us safe margin. So I'm just going to scale it down really tiny. Luckily, it's a grouped text, so I'm just going to scale this together, make it 60, and then move it slightly down. Okay, then take another reference. I'll not get tired of taking references just because this process. Then remove this. Oh wait, I removed the wrong one. Remove this, and then go and import another reference. Should be the last. Voila, that seems well placed. Okay, can even move it slightly back to the, and that one I don't have to re-reference it. This, so just move it to the y-axis slightly, just to compensate for the space there. All right, I'm just addicted. Let me just take another screenshot. Just to be sure, I'm just going to delete these and this, and then bring in this. Yeah, I can work with this. I can work with this. So, all right. So that's the position. So I'll also move this into position. All right. So I guess I don't need this reference anymore. I don't need the reference no more. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to go to this, and then I name it my thumbnail. I'll just call it thumb mat, so we know that it's the mat, and I don't want it to appear in to be editable in Vmix. I'm just going to take it like that. Then I'll come to effects, and I'll completely make it transparent. Then I'll make this image follow that thumbnail mat. Okay, then I'll also make sure that the image is always large, so it can. Okay, so that should work, and then I'll save this as animated program lineup. All right, thumbnail image import, so I'll just call it thumbnail. All right, so the show thumbnail will be here most cases, so let's steer. So we'll come back here, and then I'll save this. So quickly go into Filmora, and I say I am happy with my results. I bring back everything. Let me just make sure the timing is right. Yep, that's what I was meaning. Just want to make sure they show to the end. I'm just going to place this in a place that I want you. Oh, that altered the timing of my animation too. So I still won by 5 seconds. This should be in place. Okay, I'm just comfortable with that, so I'm going to render this animation. Now call it program lineup. Just put it on the desktop for now. It's going to be 30 seconds and it's 15 MBs, which is not bad.
And so, of course, while this is rendering, I'm going to consider this video to be the part one of this clip. Don't make it very long. So we shall be having a part two right after this render, where we shall be jumping into Vmix and seeing how to connect the two to work in real time. So thank you for watching and subscribe for more videos.